Hey everybody, welcome to your practice for today. So this is a hip-focused yoga practice. It's going to be a nice slow flow getting deep into the hips. We're going to move all around the hip joint. Now I'm developing this practice specifically for a group of dancers that I've been privileged enough to work with over about the past 2 years with Angela McKinnon and McKinnon Dance. So this is for them. And I'm also going to show it with all of you. So if you are athletic, if you run, swim, surf, whatever you do, even if you're just sitting a lot at a computer chair doing work, we're going to work out the hip joints. So whatever you need, you're going to get today for the hips, okay? So let's get started. Just starting by coming onto your mat, Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide apart, one hand to your chest, one hand to your abdomen. So allow your body to soften into the earth here. Just focusing on finding some balance in your breath, allowing your bones to become heavy, and everything just sinking into the earth. If for any reason this position is uncomfortable, you can take your feet mat width apart and allow your knees to drop into center. Okay, so find what feels best for you. If you are in full Supta Baddha, just noticing in the hip joint where the thigh bones come into the pelvis, notice if you're gripping there, trying to hold your legs in one particular place. If so, send more breath to that area and really focus on releasing that gripping and tension and just letting go. You may need to adjust slightly, adjust the feet, a wider diamond, a more narrow diamond to make it more comfortable. But once you find that place where you can really surrender and let go, just breathe. Just for a few moments here. Bones heavy, just surrendering into the earth. Beautiful. Now on your next exhale, just slowly draw the knees into your chest, arms to shin bones, squeeze in, tuck your head. Maybe you rock side to side, roll it out a little bit. Good, and then let's gently bring the right ankle to the left thigh and place the sole of the left foot on the mat. So a very gentle hip opener to start here. Press the right knee open, flex the toes, head to the earth, arms just beside you. So you're just energetically opening the hip joint, almost like it's a door hinge. Knee is pressing forward. Breathe into it. So this is not big movement. Just focusing directly on that hip, that energetic movement, pressing the right knee forward. Send a lot of breath there. Good, now on an exhale, you're just going to drop this whole leg unit to the left. So the sole of the right foot comes to the mat, and the side of the left leg comes down. So you're in a bit of a twist here. Shoulder blades ground down, and if it feels comfortable for you, you can send your gaze over to the right. So find what feels comfortable. You can draw that left heel closer in towards the buttocks. You can send energetically the right knee presses towards the front of your mat. But if you can, try and find a place for the right leg so that the sole of the right foot can be firmly planted on the earth. Just bring a very gentle twist into the back here. Starting to signal to the vertebral column that we are warming up, that we're starting something here. It's time to wake up and be active and move. Good, now gently draw the whole unit back through center, knees draw in, squeeze in. We'll take it to the opposite side, so left knee to the right thigh, sole of the right foot to the mat, flex your left toes, press your left knee forward, head to the earth. So that door hinge at the hip, just pressing forward. It doesn't take big movement all the time to shift energy and find openness in the body. Let this be just a gentle awakening here for your body. Lots of breath, send it into the hip. Good, now keep the unit as it is. Drop everything to the right, so sole of the left foot comes to the mat this time. Outer right leg is to the mat. Shoulder blades ground down, send your gaze to the left. Maybe pull the right heel in closer to your butt, but try and keep the sole of the left foot on the mat. You may have to adjust a little bit here. Keep with the breath. Good, next inhale, draw knees back through center, squeeze in, and then just gently start to rock and roll forwards and backwards down the length of your spine. Do this a couple times, pausing at the top, coming back, pausing at the top, just engaging the core muscles back and front. Good, this time when you come up, cross the ankles, come back to tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Finding a nice long spine to start. So tuck the chin slightly, crown of your head reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. Belly button draws in and up, engage the core muscles here. Breathe. And again, just starting to wake up the spine, some gentle cat-cow tilt here. So inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, cat pose. Inhale, cow, belly drops, chest lifts. Exhale, cat, round your spine, tuck your chin. One more time each way. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat pose. Back to neutral spine. Just gonna turn, no, I'm gonna stay here. So you're gonna take your right leg, lift it up. So sole of the right foot is facing the sky, almost like a donkey kick. Okay? So just holding here, engage your core. Then you'll just start to find some rotation with the hip. So almost draw the right knee in and over to the left elbow, to the right elbow, out to the side and back up. Left elbow, right elbow, out to the side and back up. So keep doing that with your breath, finding this circular motion with your hip. If it's not exactly what I cue, that's okay. Find what works best for your breath and your body. Good. Next time the knee comes out to the side, hold it out, almost like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. And then you're going to bring that right foot down to the earth. So sole of the right foot is on the mat, and that's the key to the next movements that you're going to be taking here. Left knee is under the left hip. Hands are in front of you. Heart reaches forward. So from this position, you're going to shift backwards and forwards. So forward on the inhale, back on the exhale, keeping the whole sole of the right foot grounded. Just find this movement with your breath. Okay, this next time when you come back, just hold. So the sit bones are reaching towards the heel. It doesn't matter how far they go. Just send them back as far as is comfortable for you. Reach the heart center forward. Belly button draws in and up. Just breathe into the lower body here. Inhale, come back up to center. We're going to take almost like a reverse panda here. So walk the hands out a little bit further in front of you. Bend at the right elbow. Draw your right elbow up to the ceiling, almost like you're squeezing your shoulder blade together. Core stays engaged. And then you're going to take the right arm, thread it between left arm and left thigh. Shoulder temple to the mat. Left arm reaches forward. So you've got this twisted shape here, looking towards the left. Breathe into it. So allow your chest to settle towards the earth. Next breath, come back through center, gently unwinding, both palms to the mat. Turn your right toes out, bend your right knee, and you're going to come up to standing. So you're in like a warrior two position from your knees. Arms come out on the horizon, just like warrior two. If this is uncomfortable at this point underneath your left knee, you can grab a folded blanket or a soft block for some extra padding. Okay, so we're just going to find some movement here. So exhale, bend into the right knee. Inhale, press up, and hands come up. Exhale, bend, and reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend, and reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time we hold. Right hand drops down in front of the right hip. With the left hand, turn your palm towards the back of the room and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. So you're staying strong in the legs here. Just flossing out the nerves running up the side of the neck here. Right arm is heavy, left arm engaged, palm of the hand reaching towards the back, right ear to right shoulder. Good, bring the head up to center. Keep the palm facing the back of the room. Bend the left elbow. Bring the left hand to the back of the heart. Right hand to the front of the heart. And adjust the feet as needed. Now from here, just tipping over to the right. So you can rest the right elbow on the right thigh. Spin the left shoulder blade onto the mat, or you can dip a little bit further if that's what you need. Finding that stretch through the side body. Press with the right foot, moving the left hip back over to the left if you need a little bit more. Okay, so bending over to the right side, elbow on thigh, or dip it a little bit lower. If you need more, press into the right foot, send the left hip over to the left. Left shoulder blade draws onto your back, gaze to your left shoulder. Breathe. Really important to keep the front side body nice and straight and flat here rather than turning in and allowing the left shoulder to drop in. And inhale, come back up. From this position, you're just going to slowly make your way back to tabletop position. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Breathe here. Take a couple cat-cows. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts. Exhale, round it, come into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to neutral spine. Left heel lifts up this time, so that donkey kick with the left leg, sole of the left foot reaching up. Find the hip circles, so left knee to right elbow out to the side and back up. Left knee to right elbow out to the side and back up. So with your breath, just finding that circular motion, just really rotating through the hip joint here. Good, and the next time the left knee comes out to the side, hold it there, engage the outer hip, and then bring the sole of the left foot to the mat. Okay. Hands underneath your shoulders, whole sole of the left foot on the mat, try and keep them there. We're going to rock back and forth, so on the exhale, send your sit bones towards your heels. Inhale, coming back forward. Exhale. And inhale, so keep moving with your breath. Nice and slowly, really keeping the sole of the left foot grounded down. Good, this time you hold to the back. My dog is lying on my notes. Sherlock. Holding to the back, heart center reaching forward. Inhale, come back up. You're gonna move the left knee in a little bit, turn the left toes out to the side, come up to that standing position. So a modified kind of warrior two from your knees, arms reach out. Inhale, press up. And exhale, sink low. Inhale, press up. Exhale, sink low. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, hold. Left arm drops heavy, just let it hang. Right palm turns so that the palm is facing the back wall. Left ear to left shoulder. Adjust the feet as needed so that you're comfortable. Keep the spine nice and long and just let the arm dangle and the ear go towards the shoulder, palm of the right hand towards the back wall. Breathing into that sensation, just flossing the nerves here. Good. Head comes back up. Bend the right knee. Back of the right hand comes behind the heart. Left hand to the front of the chest. And then just drop the left side of the body over left. So left elbow can rest on the left thigh, can drop down. Remember, if you need more in the hip, you can press into the left foot, send the right hip over to the right, but keep the right shoulder blade drawing on your back. So you feel a nice pull on the outside of the right hip. Lots of breath here. Keep it coming. Good. Inhale, come back up. Turn the sole of your left foot back on the mat. Hands come down. Left elbow bends, draw it towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades come together, that reverse panda pose. So you're going to send the left arm between right arm and right thigh. Shoulder and temple come to the mat. Right arm extends forward. So just finding that twist. And gently reverse back to center. Come to tabletop, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes, lift the knees up, just gently hover. Hovering tabletop, core is engaged here. And moving back to downward facing dog, send the hips towards your heels, press into the hands, and then lift the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Pedal it out here, right heel drops to the earth, bend your left knee. Left heel drops to the earth, bend your right knee. And just continue that pedaling. Really pressing into the hands, shoulder blades drawing away from your ears. And as you come to stillness, soft bend in the knees, sit bones reach high, belly to thighs, press into the hands, head hangs heavy, breathe. Next, exhale, look forward, step forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Take the feet hip width apart, hands to opposite elbows, just allow yourself to hang heavy here. Nice, ragdoll. Shake the head out side to side, space between your teeth. So let the shoulders drop. Really find your feet as you're here. Softly bend the knees, so big toe mound, pinky toe mound, heel of the foot, all equally grounded in. Next, exhale, hands to earth. Keep the feet wide or heel toe, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades draw together, reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, extended Tadasana. Exhale, hands through heart center. Feel into your feet, like really press into the feet as you lift the crown of your head up. Shoulders away from ears. Now we're going to move through 3 sun salutations with prostration, okay? Listen for cues, follow your breath. Inhale, extended Tadasana. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back, high plank. Just pause here for a moment. Now make a choice from toes or knees. Exhale, low plank or no plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then bring yourself all the way to the earth. Arms extend forward. Forehead to the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, hands beside the rib cage. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Next exhale, look forward, step forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended Tadasana all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, pause. Inhale, extended Tadasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back, plank. From toes or knees, lower all the way down. Fingertips outside the mat. Inhale, curl up, cobra. Exhale, release, arms extend forward, palms together, full prostration. Inhale, forehead to the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hands beside rib cage, press up and back, downward facing dog. Find your breath, find your shape. You can't assume that every time you're going to come back to that perfect downward facing dog shape, so feel free to take the time to rearrange your hands, reset the feet, soft knees so that you can really focus on lifting the sit bones up so that the spine line is nice and long. It's not about getting heels to the earth, it's about a long spine. Okay, exhale, look forward, step forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back, plank. From toes or knees, lower all the way down. Fingertips outside the mat. Inhale, curl up, cobra. Exhale, release, full prostration, arms come out, hands together, forehead to the earth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hands beside ribs, press up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Good. Big toes come together. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step through low lunge. Left knee comes to the earth. Hands just frame the right foot to start. Reach the heart forward. Now, if the earth is too far away from you, you can grab some yoga blocks or a stack of books to bring the earth closer to you. Okay, we're going to move here, and you want to keep that right foot, the sole of the right foot, glued to the earth. So exhale, just send the hips back, keep the foot glued. Inhale, come forward, heart reaches forward. Exhale, sit bones reach back. Inhale, heart reaches forward. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. One more time. Exhale back. Inhale forward. This time you'll stay in this low runner's lunge. Options here. Keep the hands on the earth. Reach the heart forward. Really press into the footprint. Or you can walk the hands up on the thigh. Lace the hands. Press to the thigh. Shoulders drop away from ears. Maybe, and this is just a maybe, you want to reach the arms up, shoulders away from ears, and lift the heart up and over, almost like there's a rod underneath the shoulder blades or a big beach ball behind you. So you're reaching up and over from the thoracic spine, the mid-spine, not the low back lumbar spine. Keep the gaze softly down the nose. As soon as you roll the eyes back into the head and look up and back, you're moving into the sympathetic nervous system, which is not what we want. We want parasympathetic, rest and digest. Breathe deeply here. So it's an up and back action with the body, but the gaze is softly down the nose, shoulders away from ears. Tune into that left hip. Allow the hips to descend forward and down. If you notice that you're gripping or holding yourself in one position, use more breath and encourage the body to let go here. Good, last deep breath in here. Exhale, hands come to the earth. Send the hips back, half monkey pose. This time, peel the right toes off the floor. Hinge forward, spine stays nice and long. And think belly to thigh as you hinge forward here. Chin tucks slightly to keep a nice long line in the spine. Good. Inhale, come forward. Now take the right foot, heel toe it out to the side, and put it on maybe a 30-degree angle. Hands come to the inside of the right foot. So you're getting a little closer to the earth here. Left hip still descending forward and down. Maybe you need some blocks or a stack of books. So you can stay here, sole of the foot on the mat, with the hands on the mat, or come to forearms. Another option with the right leg is to come onto the knife edge of the right foot and allow the right knee to drop open, kind of like a chicken wing. Okay, same options here. You can stay on the hands or you can come down to the forearms. Wherever you are, keep your chest reaching forward. So rather than curling the spine just for the sake of getting into the posture, keep the spine nice and long, reach it forward, and really just let go of the gripping and tension in both hip joints. The left hip is descending to the earth, right hip is opening to the right. Make sure you breathe. Lots of breath for this one. If you are on your forearms, walk yourself up to the palms. If you're on the knife edge of the foot, bring the sole of the foot down. Everybody walk the foot back between the hands. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Now you're going to make your way back to downward facing dog from this space. But see if you can press into the hands and hover the right foot and then step back to downward facing dog. Give it a shake. If you need to, roll out the hip. And come back to downward facing dog. We'll move to the opposite side. So left leg lifts this time. Exhale, draw it through. Right knee comes down to the earth. Hands stay on the mat. You may need blocks or a stack of books. We'll find some movement here. So inhale, heart reaches forward. Exhale, keep the left foot glued to the mat as you send the sit bones back. Inhale, forward, heart reaches. Exhale, hips come back, fold. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Glue the left foot to the mat. Maybe you stay here. Maybe walk hands up onto the thigh. Allow the right hip to descend forward and down, shoulders away from ears. Maybe you lift the arms up and find that beach ball to bend over. Gaze softly down the nose. Let go of any of the gripping and tension here. Just breathe. More breath. Next, exhale, hands come to the earth, frame the left foot, send the hips back, peel the left toes up off the mat this time, lengthen the heart forward, and exhale, fold belly to thigh, chin tucks slightly. And don't worry if you don't go very far here at the beginning. That's not necessarily the goal. You'll notice that the longer you stay here with breath, you'll descend closer to the thigh. Good. Inhale, you're going to come back forward. Squeak the left foot over towards the left on a bit of an angle. Both hands come inside the foot. Stay here, letting the left hip drop forward and back. Maybe coming onto the forearms to the inside of the leg. Maybe you turn onto the knife edge of the left foot and allow the knee to drop open. Hands or forearms, wherever you find yourself, keep the heart reaching forward, shoulders away from ears. Lots of breath. Really, really breathe into this. Keep breathing even deeper. If you're on forearms, come up to the palms. If you have your foot on the knife edge, bring the sole of the foot back to the mat. And everybody squeak the foot back between the hands. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee up, press into the palms, lift the left leg up, and slowly transition back to downward facing dog. Find your downward facing dog here, breathe into it. And drop the knees to the earth. Keep the knees together this time. Just sit up. You're going to take your hands, make them into fists, tuck the thumbs inside the fist. You're going to bring the fist to the low belly. Sit up nice and tall. And as you fold forward, the fist will press into your lower abdomen, kind of just massaging out your internal organs. Forehead comes to the mat. So you don't have to do anything with the hands. Just let them rest to the low belly and let the elbows drop towards the earth. If the earth is too far away from you, place a block or a stack of books or some folded blankets under the forehead. If this is too much flexion on your knees, roll up a towel, place it kind of in the bend of your knee, and then sit back, and that will reduce the flexion. next inhale, slowly sit back up. Spine is long, pause just for a minute, hands come to the thighs. Now while we're in this position, you're just going to tuck the toes under. So we lovingly in yoga teachers like to call this toe torture pose, but it's actually not that bad. It's a nice stretch for your plantar fascia. So toes tuck under, squeak the knees back towards the feet as much as you can, and sit the hips on the heels. Now for some of us, this may be very intense, and that's okay. You can come forward and breathe and then come back into it. For others, this is okay. So hands to prayer, just sit here, core draws in and out. If you need to move in and out, please feel free to. Lots of breath into the ankles, into the bottoms of your feet. Shoulders drop away from ears. Keep breathing. Stay here as long as you can. Okay, gently come forward. Place the tops of your feet on the mat this time. Same thing, you're going to sit back on the heels. So again, maybe this is okay for you, stretching out the front of the feet. Maybe you need a little bit more. So you can place the hands behind you, heart lifts up. Just lift the knees up off the mat. So you're getting more stretch in the front of the ankles. Breathe into it. Inhale, come back up. Hands come to the mat, tabletop position. Take a moment, and then exhale, send yourself back to downward facing dog. So sit bones reach up and back. Soft bend in the knees. And we're going to move into pigeon here. So inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, draw the shin bone to the earth. Okay, so the sole of the right foot is near the left hip flexor. Right knee to the outside of the body. Hands to the mat. Inhale, lift chest up, look up, shoulders drop away from ears. And try and get that right foot, or left foot, sorry, directly back from the left hip. So set this up so that you feel comfortable. You can stay here, or you can bring the forearms to the mat, heart reaching forward, or you can lay it completely down, stack the hands, forehead to the hands. Wherever you find yourself, just breathe. Good. So with an exhale, nice and slowly, just going to bring yourself back up, heart lifts. You're going to make your way back to downward facing dog. You can do this any way you want, or you can follow along with me. Tuck your left toes, pick the left knee up, off the mat, press into the hands, lift the right leg up, and then step back to downward facing dog. Pause here. Feel into that energy line, that release. And then lift the left leg up. And draw the left shin to the mat, so sole of the left foot near the right hip flexor, left knee to the outside of the left side. Right heel extends back from the right hip. Just pause here, heart lifted just for a moment. Maybe this is where you stay, or maybe you come down onto forearms with the heart reaching forward. Or maybe you stock your hands and place the forehead on the hands. As you land, find your breath. Just find as much release here as you can, as much surrender, and really breathe into it. On an inhale, just very gently bring the hands back to the earth, lift the chest up. You can make your way back to downward facing dog any way you like, or follow along with me. Right toes tuck under, right knee lifts up. Press into the hands, lift the left leg up, and then send yourself back to downward facing dog. Shake it out if you need to, find your breath. Sit bones reaching high, settle in. Good, we'll flush it all out with one sun salutation. Exhale, look forward, step forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, no prostration this time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend all the way up. Exhale, right away, fold forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to earth, step back, plank. Just hold here for a second, engage the core, heart reaches forward, heels press back. Breathe. From nose or toes or knees, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. And in whatever way is comfortable for you, step through to a seat on the mat. Soles of the feet come together, moving into butterfly pose. So you can have as big of a diamond here as you want. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Just really let them descend to the earth. Inhale, spine is long. We're going to hinge forward at the hip crease. So long spine, heart reaching forward. Exhale, just start to come forward. Now you can have your hands on the feet, almost opening them like a book, pressing the forearms into the shins to get a little bit more depth here if you want. The idea is to think belly to thigh rather than nose to toes. Chin tucked slightly. Give yourself a little foot massage, give your feet a little bit of love while you're here if you want to. just gently press yourself back up. Pause. Maybe just do some rotations with your shoulders here. Forwards and backwards. Draw the knees together and you'll come onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest, squeeze. Then bring soles of the feet to the mat. Pick your hips up, shift them to the left, feet together, allow your knees to drop right. Supine twist. Shoulder blades ground down, bring your arms out to a T. I like to bring my right hand to the top of my left knee just to give a little bit of traction, but that's not necessary here. Send your gaze to the left. If having the hand directly out from the shoulder doesn't feel good, feel free to bring it closer to the hip. Whatever angle feels best for you. So just breathe here. And again, that idea of releasing the gripping intention. So try not to hold if you don't have the hand on the legs. Try not to use your hip muscles actively to try and hold your body into the way you think the pose should look. Because the idea here is to let your body find the pose. It knows what it needs, so use your breath and just let go of that hold, that need for it to look perfect, and just let your body show you where it wants to be. And then settle into your breath. On your next inhale, come back through center, draw your knees in, squeeze. Then we'll move the posture to the opposite side, so soles of the feet come together, the feet are close, hips shift left, knees drop, hips shift right, knees drop left, shoulder blades ground down, gaze goes right, arms to a T, maybe you bring the left hand to the top of the right knee. Use your breath to release that need to grip or hold on to the body in this posture, and just give your body permission to find where it needs to be. Settle in, let go, breathe. Next inhale, come back through center, knees draw in. Option here for legs up the wall, or just to take Viparita Karani waterfall pose. So if you want legs up the wall, which is a little bit more passive and restorative, take your yoga mat, find a wall, bring the glutes as close to the wall as you can, lift the legs up and rest them on the wall. Otherwise, hands come underneath your low back, extend your feet up towards the ceiling. The knees do not have to be the knees do not have to be straight, but do draw the toes down towards the face. So knees bent is okay, but try and face the soles of the foot to the ceiling. So just settle in here wherever you are, breathing, legs up the wall, or Viparita Karani waterfall pose. Close your eyes. If the feet do begin to tingle, just bend your knees and bring them back down for a moment, and then send them back up. Lots of breath, lots of release here. if you're liking this, legs up, and you want to stay here for a while, please feel free to stay here. Otherwise, you can make your way into your final resting posture, Shavasana. Lie on the earth on your back, legs wide, arms beside you. Just really let your bones become heavy. If you'd like fuzzy socks and a blanket to kind of cozy up for Shavasana, please grab those now as well. And as you make your way into Shavasana, close your eyes. Feel your whole backside body resting against the earth. Just unfurrow that space between your brows. Let your eyes soften in the eye sockets. Allow your hearing to soften. Create some space between your teeth and unglue your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax and settle through the shoulders, through your wrists, your fingers. Relax and settle in the hips, ankles and toes. Just allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Maybe noticing here how your breath is different from when you started your practice. And please stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you like. Listen to your body. Don't move until your body's ready. And when you do move, move very slowly. And move out into your day, your evening with a sense of alignment and compassion, of knowing, of surrender. And I thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.